one of the first things you're going to want to do before you start any job is to make sure you're safe as possible. You want to have safety glasses and hand protection at all times. The next thing you're going to want to do is safely raise and support your vehicle so that your wheel's off the ground. Next, if there's a center cap, remove the plastic center cap and that'll expose your lug nuts. Remove all 6 using a 22mm socket. Remove your wheel. Now that we have a nice clear view of our tie rods, I'm going to spray down this area right here. This is the adjustment area. Use a little bit of penetrant. That's going to help you along. Using some nice long pliers, I'm going to grab right onto this and I'm going to turn it clockwise. That'll break free this jam nut. Okay, that broke free. Let's remove the nut that holds the outer tie rod end to the knuckle. Now we're going to hit right here on the knuckle to break our outer tie rod end free from the knuckle. Turn your outer tie rod end counterclockwise and count the amount of times it turns around as you remove it. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, write down that corresponding number so you can remember. We have our outer tie rod end. Let's go ahead and put that on. And we're going to count it in the same amount of threads that we counted the original one off. That was 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay? Just bring this so it's close. Get that nut off of there. Put this on there. Let's bottom that out. Now we're going to torque this nut to 48 foot-pounds. All right, so now that we have that torqued, we need to pay special attention to where the slot on the castle nut lines up with the hole in the stud. If it doesn't line up, we need to continue tightening until it does. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's try it. That slides right through. Just peen it over. The cotter pin is going to ensure that there's no way that this nut can come loose. Now it's going to be time to tighten up your jam nut. To tighten this, we're going to turn it counterclockwise. When you torque it, you would want to torque it to 37 foot-pounds if you have the ability. Get this in here. Okay. Just make sure that it's nice and snug. By the time you're finished, make sure your outer tie rod end is nice and parallel to the ground, or at least as parallel as it can be. Now let's get the wheel back up on here. Okay, now with the wheel barely on the ground so it can't spin, we're going to torque the lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds. Torqued. If you have a center cover, put it on there now. Now that you've finished your service, go ahead and take it for a road test and make sure you get it down to a local, reputable alignment shop.